let's dive into Davinci Resolve to show you how it's done. And as always, all the assets used in this video are down in the description, so feel free to download them and practice along. Now, I would advise not to skip any part of this video because it gets confusing if you miss any part. So without further ado, let's get started. So the very first thing, as always, is come to effects and bring in a fusion composition. And I'm going to extend the fusion composition to a little bit, something like this. And now let's come to fusion. So now, since we are going to be working on a 3D space, you need a render 3D and you need a merge 3D and then a camera 3D. So now let's join all this to the media out like so, and the camera 3D will be to the merge 3D. Now you can view the merge 3D pressing 1 on the keyboard on this screen, and this will be your media out. Now if your window looks like this, you just have to press this one to have dual window. Now, like mentioned in my previous video, you can press shift on your keyboard and your scroll wheel of the mouse to rotate left and right. You can press command or control, then press the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Now let's move this to somewhere here, and now let's bring in our asset, which is available down in the description. So this one is a book, so I'm going to bring this here. It's a mesh 3D. It's a 3D object, so I just have to join it to the merge 3D. So it's super big, so you come to mesh 3D and reduce the size like so, and you can further reduce it from here. And let me take the camera to a little bit far like this, and then again let me reduce the size. Then let's come to transform. You can rotate the book something like this, and let's come to our camera, and under transform let's rotate it to -90, and you can move this here. Okay, I've made it a bit like this. So now you have the book, and along with the book there is a texture element, and you can just join it like this to the mesh. So all these are available down in the description. So this is one of the image. Now let me bring in my next image. So same thing, it's another 3D object, just join it like this, and let me reduce the size. It's like super big, somewhere around here, and then come to transform, and you can move it somewhere here, and I'll rotate the y-axis to 90 and also the x-axis to 90, I mean -90, and you can reduce the scale to something like this and move it a bit here. Again, let's bring in our texture. So this is the texture, just join it like this. So that is also ready, and now let's create our floor. For that, what you can do is bring in a shape 3D node and join it like this, and in the shape under transform I'm going to make this 90 degrees, so you have like a floor. Now to add in a texture, I've also left in this particular thing and just join it like this, so you have a metal texture like this. You can increase the scale of this to a whole bunch. Now it really looks bad, so what you can do is you can add in lights. So for that, come to render 3D and change this render type to hardware render, so it will be a bit easier on your computer. You can enable lighting and shadows. You cannot see anything because you need to add in light. Okay, so now let's add in our light. So the very first light, you click on a blank space here and shift space bar, bring in ambient light, press add, and just join it to the merge 3D. And you can choose your light to be somewhere here. You can adjust the intensity as per you like. I'm going to leave it something like this. Then you can add in a directional light. Click on the blank space and shift space bar, directional light, press add, and similarly you can join it to the merge 3D. And this light, I'm going to leave it somewhere here. I think I'm going to place this here. Rotate the X and the Y. See, now you have a very nice shadow. So you can leave that here, and now click on the blank space, shift spacebar, spotlight, press add, and this one also similarly you can join it to the merge 3D. And this spotlight I'm going to move it a bit up, and under transform you can rotate the X. So you have a light like this. I'm going to increase the height like so. Maybe, you know, I want it to come from the side, so you can play with it, whatever you like. I'm going to leave it something like this, and you can come in the controls and increase this penumbra angle to make it a bit soft. Cool. Now you have your light also ready. Now what you have to do is you can bring in those collage images. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this here. I'm going to bring in one more merge 3D node so that it will look neat. So I'm going to bring in a merge 3D node, and I'm going to join it to this merge 3D. Let me bring it this side. Now let's create our image plane 3D so that we can bring in any 2D image and it will convert to the 3D image. So let's bring in first our this particular collage and just join it like this. Now under image plane 3D, under transform you can reduce the scale, and you can rotate this under rotation X to -90, and you can like bring this up like this under the Y axis, and you can reduce the scale too much like this. Reduce the scale, play with it, where you want it to be aligned. I'll be placing it somewhere here, and you can play the rotation X and Z also, so it will be like something like that. Now there is a white background here. What I'd like to do is, I'll bring in a rectangular node, and let me view this in the first screen. So press 1 on the keyboard and play with the rectangular mask. I just want the collage to be there. I don't want the white background, so you can play with it like this, and you can rotate it a bit, reduce the height, reduce the width. Okay, so we have one image ready. Now it's pretty much the same. You just copy this all nodes together. Before that, let me view this merge again on the first screen. So I'm going to copy all this and paste it here and join it to this merge again. But in this image, I'm going to delete and bring in my second image, and rest everything remains the same. And under image plane 3D, you can move this under transform. You can move this here, move a bit down, and you can rotate the Z to the other side, something like this. Let me rotate it a bit this side. Okay, now same thing, copy this and paste it here, and the last image. And in this image, I'll bring in this particular image, join it like this, and come to image plane, transform. You can move it. Let me reset the angle. This one will become -90 itself, and you can bring it all the way down towards that book. So you can see here, you come here, just align it such that it's staying on the book. Now you can add in a text here. So for that, you select that image, that is this media in, and all you have to do is, before this image plane 3D, you can bring in a text plus node, and you can join it like this. So it will automatically create a merge node. And let's view this merge here on the first screen. and I'm going to type like a serial number, something like #0, something like this, and change the font to Cinzel regular, and you can choose something gray color. Now by selecting this text, I'll press shift spacebar and add in a transform so that I can move it to something like this. And the same thing you can do to the second image also. So just copy this and paste it here and just join it like this. And in this text you can type something other serial number, so you have two texts already on the frame. Now similarly you can do on this image. So Control V and paste it here, and here I'm going to type something like Harry 2020. Now if you think this mask is a bit out of shape, you can adjust it accordingly. I think for this image it's a bit different, so I'm going to change that. Cool. And under this transform you can move the title somewhere here. Okay, now let's view the merge 3D again here. So you're pretty much done. Now all you need to do is a bit of animations. Now you can start your animation. So for that, select this camera 3D, come to the first frame. You can mark a keyframe on the XYZ. Then I will come to frame like 150, and you can move the camera to something like this. Now come 10 frames back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again mark a keyframe on all of this, including the angle. Then come to the last frame and you can position your camera where you want it to be. So I'm going to move this here, somewhere here, a bit more down, and you can make the angle to something like this. Maybe move a bit down. Play with it. It's going to take a while, but just position it where you want it to be. So I'm going to place it somewhere here. Now you can see the path is very linear. So you come to spline, select the camera 3D, press this one, Control A, press S on the keyboard. So you have a smooth motion. Now what you can do is, somewhere here, you can just make a small bend so it looks nice. So now you have the camera zooming in and it just goes to a position like this. Cool. Now all you need is, you can animate this text. So let's find that image. So this is the image. So what I did is I just animated the write on text. So somewhere around frame 260, I marked a keyframe on write on, and somewhere around 275, I marked a keyframe on write on. In the first keyframe, I reduce it all the way to 0. So you have that nice typing effect, and under spline, Control A, press S on the keyboard. So you have a typing like this. Now you can animate this particular photo. So select that image plane 3D and around, let's see, 240, I'll mark a keyframe under transform, X, Y, Z, and all the angles. And towards the last frame, I'll raise the photo to something like this, change the rotation to something like this, move it a bit down, maybe rotate the Y to something like this. Yeah, you can play with it. Under spline, Control A, press S on the keyboard. So you have a nice, as if it's lifting from the book like this. So you're pretty much done here. Now the only thing is you can enable the depth of field. For that, what you have to do is, first thing, select the camera 3D, under controls, under control visibility, first you have to enable the focal plane. So you'll have a rectangular green icon. If I play with the focal plane, you can see this green icon, this is the focus. So whatever is inside the square will be in focus. So what you need to do is, let's come to the first frame. You want this photo to be in focus. So you can reduce the focal plane like this, but I want it to be on this photo, but this is the maximum I can go. So what I'll do is, I'll just move the camera to a bit high so that that particular photo is in focus now. Now let's see as it moves along, it goes to the next photo, and once this photo is passed from the frame, I'll mark a keyframe on the focal plane and then come a bit more, and I will shift this focal plane to the book. So increase the focal plane. You can zoom in and check, if the book is in that square. Yeah. So now the book is in focus, and just play along. Now, as you can see, this frame, the focal plane is out of frame. You need to fix it. So you can reduce the focal plane like this. And in the last frame, you can see that the plane is all the way outside. So again, reduce the plane until that photo is in focus. And you can maybe move the camera a bit like this, so that the focal plane always stays on the book. So you're pretty much done. Now all you need is the heaviest part on your computer. So this has to be done towards the end. So come to render 3D, under accumulation effects, enable this. Let me disable the depth of field for now, and I'm going to change the amount of DOF blur to something like 0.003, and you can increase the quality to something like 40. Now you can enable the depth of field, but all the best, it's super heavy on the computer. So once I enable this, you can see a green line on the render 3D. So 3, 2, 1, start. See? Now all you need is a perfect sound effects and sound design, and everything is ready to go. Do you want to say something? Now, if you guys want to download further 3D objects, there is a website called CG Trader. It has paid as well as free 3D objects. So I'll leave the link down in the description as well. Now, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Let me know what other tutorials you want to see on this channel. For those who don't know, I'm Fenzer. I do travel, tech and filmmaking on this channel. So if you're into that sort of stuff, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.